Oh, hi, welcome. Welcome to our home. Welcome to our new kitchen. It's been since last September that our kitchen was finished, and I've been trying to film a reveal mainly for ourselves for memories, but it's taken a while because there were still some things that I wanted to finish up, such as the spice racks and just putting everything away before revealing it. I am currently 8 months pregnant, due in about 4 weeks, and I really want to get this kitchen reveal done before then because it will be chaotic with two babies in the house. I wanted to do it a while ago just for our own memories and also to show Ezra the changes in the house because we did renovate while he was a baby. So I'll insert some video of what our kitchen looked like before. This is what our dining room looks like now. Everything's such a mess. We're going to be donating these to a family in Milton. I just sold this on Kijiji. This is staying. We're going to get this changed out. And then the kitchen is a mess. I'm going to be keeping this trolley for all of our essentials, our daily essentials. I'm going to have cutlery, some snacks, just easily accessible because the kitchen is going to be a mess. Is all laid out, and this is only day 2 and they've already done so much. Unfortunately, this is load bearing, so we're gonna have a wall here and then a post, unfortunately, right in front of the sink. So we're gonna have a wall there, but I think that's okay because it's still gonna be a lot bigger than originally, and we're still gonna be able to fit 2 and 2 on either side. So tomorrow, they said they're gonna continue the tiles and they're gonna start putting up the drywall. So they're gonna put up drywall here, drywall there. They have to reconnect this new vent. They already connected the pipe. They already did all of the pot lights. Same with this, they did all of the pot lights already. And we also got a pot light there. So tomorrow they said they're gonna work Sunday too. So I think he said in 3 days they can finish tiling and finish drywall, and then after they do the drywall and the tiles, and then they can paint. And then after they paint, they're gonna put up the cabinets. So they only started working on Tuesday. It's only been like 4 days. I think the kitchen's gonna be done for sure in 3 weeks. The tiles in the kitchen are done and they started to put up the drywall. Tomorrow they're gonna finish the drywall and also finish doing the tiles. The big reveal. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. So we got the counters coming in, I think next week. All of the cabinets are done. Missing this, but I think they're gonna come back. Everything closes nicely. They have to do the pot lights. I am gonna have 2 spice racks. They also included this for our cutlery. Our farmhouse ceramic sink is in. This is where the dishwasher will go. I have a little cubby here, but I think I'm going to remove one of these so that I can put my cutting boards in there. And then this one will be for the, oh no, this one is for the garbage and the compost. This is the pantry. Oh yeah, with sliding doors too. Exciting. And then up here we also have an area for some racks or some baking sheets. Got my floating shelves here. We're supposed to have floating shelves here too, but there's no studs in the wall, so they said it's not going to be strong, so we're going to have to figure out what to do with that. The kitchen is done. We have a working sink, working dishwasher. We can cook breakfast here tomorrow. The fridge is back. We're gonna have a cleaning lady come in tomorrow. And this is gonna be our little coffee station. This is what it looks like now. What we really wanted was an open concept kitchen. So you saw before there were walls and it was just very dark. Everything was, all the cabinets were dark cherry red, and we only have one window here and the sunlight is kind of blocked because we have a roof there, so we don't get much sunlight. It was really important to have white cabinets and just a refresher, especially because of the pandemic, spending more time at home, realizing housing was unrealistic, prices were unrealistic. We couldn't necessarily upgrade or move out, especially during COVID, didn't want to take that risk. All the money that we saved from not going on vacation, we invested it in our kitchen. I'll share with you the final cost at the end. So if we start here, I worked really closely with the designer. I'll also link their company down below. This was also custom. I mean, this whole kitchen was custom, but this was an idea I specifically had as well, because this little wall, it would have been empty. Probably would have just put a plant or something. I ended up asking the designer to add in a little drink station, just because we do have hot water every day, and I do have my Vitamix here where I do make my smoothies every day, so it was important that it was easily accessible but out of the way from the rest of the kitchen, because I wanted the rest of the kitchen to still remain pretty clean and decluttered. So the designer was able to add in this little bar along with 2 floating shelves, and what I like about the floating shelves here is that we're able to store our other water as well as some drinks. So this is just some instant coffee, some matcha. I have some Thai tea that I got from in Thailand a few years ago, and then again just some extra bottles and decorative pieces up there. And then down here we have our teas, our toaster, protein powder, just some extra storage, which is great. Because we have a built-in pantry here, and because of the window here, we couldn't extend the pantry all the way, which would have been amazing to have all that space. But I think it ended up working out nicely because we were able to put in floating shelves, which serves as both decorative and functional, because I'm able to store my jars, store some of my pantry staples that I can't put in the pantry because there's no space, along with my cookbooks, my KitchenAid mixer, just some plants. It actually gets enough sunlight for the plants, and I think it worked out really nicely. I had also asked them to start the shelf where it was so that I can fit a bench underneath, so that I can use the bench within the kitchen and to reach the top shelves, which I think again is also very functional but decorative. And then what we also have here was built-in cabinetry for a pantry. I would have liked to have had a larger pantry, but this is an upgrade from what we had previously. And what I really like about the pantry is that, again, it was also custom made. So I had requested to have 3 shelves that were pull out, and these shelves are you can change them according to the height. So if, let's say we sell or rent out our townhouse, the next people who live here have the flexibility to change. Up here is also where we keep our cereals and lunch bags. This fridge is from our previous kitchen. All of our appliances, except for the dishwasher, is the same. The dishwasher we had to change because it ended up dying. And then here is just cabinets. What I really liked about the company that we worked with was that I had actually requested more shelves. I think the standard is 3. I had requested an extra shelf here and over there as well as here, just so that I can really customize and put as many of our dishware as possible without stacking them, because before it was a mess. I also like how the cabinet doors are soft closing, which is I think standard nowadays, but it's an upgrade for us. And I specifically like this cabinet just because I put in a Lazy Susan for all of our sauces. And then moving along, I also want to have floating shelves, again, to serve as both decorative and functional. So here I just have some Vital Wheat gluten. I have a salad bowl that I use, this Dutch oven I use often, and then I have an assortment of hot sauces. So I actually didn't clean. This is pretty much what our kitchen always looks like. There's always dishes on this drying rack. There's always lots of fruit in this bowl. There's typically some things on this counter. This cutting board was gifted to us as well from the company. Here I just have some focaccia that I'm making. What we chose here was to do a herringbone style tile. I really wanted to do subway tile originally, but I think the herringbone works well in this space. We can always do subway tiles if we ever do our bathroom. And then here I just have a Lazy Susan with my baking supplies, so my flour and some sugars. So what I really like about the drawers is that these separators were also custom made. I have 2 different ones. This one is specifically for everyday uses for chopsticks and our everyday cutlery. And then this one was also custom made. It's a different design, but this is more for our baking utensils, and I really like how the drawers are big enough to hold all my utensils and is organized enough so that I can easily find what I'm looking for. And then swinging around this way, we also sort of did our dining room at the same time, just sort of reconfigured it, but other than that, everything was the same. Got new chairs, got these wishbone chairs, got this side unit from StrucTube. I think it was supposed to be more of a TV stand, but I ended up buying off Amazon longer legs so that I can make it a buffet. And then I have some spices there. I also got this mirror from Walmart. All these spice racks are from IKEA. I just stained them. It was really important for me to have spice racks just because I do have a lot of spices. These are not done. These jars are from my mom's family's old factory. She had a bunch of these jars without lids, so I just got the lids off AliExpress. It was really hard to find. They're not the perfect match, but they'll do. I am still waiting to find some time to print out labels. Maybe I'll do that on mat leave. This is my Lomi that I got, and I use it mainly for houseplants. And this light fixture, I really like this light fixture because the gold is very soft and it sort of has that mid-century modern look, which I like, and it sort of ties in nicely to the dining room because the dining room is sort of rustic but also mid-century modern with the black bookcase that was originally in our bedroom. And I really like all of the wood tones as well as the plants really warm up the space. I got this lamp off of Wayfair. This is just another spice rack. Again, I have a lot of spices, just waiting to find some time to do the labels. I'm gonna do them DIY. I bought some sticky paper from Amazon, and then I just made a template on Word, and I just need to find time to actually go through and type in all the spices that I have. I do have more spices in the pantry, but these spices are the ones that I use day to day. This is Ezra's little learning tower. We had to move. When it was here, when he was younger, he didn't really care for it, but then now that he's older, he climbed and he really likes to look at, he calls this our seasoning. He likes to look at the seasoning and smell it and shake it. So that's a no-no. So usually this is on the other side. and that's where he likes to hang out at the other side of the counter. The countertops are also quartz. They're white with a marble pattern. Originally we were going to do marble in the backsplash as well, but because the floor tiles are also marble, I thought it was going to be too much marble, so I actually like that the floors, being the base of the kitchen, the veins are more defined and more bold, whereas in the countertop itself, they get lighter and they're more soft, and then the backsplash is just white tiling. So originally we wanted an open concept, wanted this wall out and wanted that wall out as well, but these actually ended up being structural, and to remain within budget, we figured it's fine, we'll leave it as is and we'll work around it. And I actually like this because this serves as a place where I can put my spices. I think ideally, if I were to go back in time, I would have asked them to maybe make a standing pantry where I could actually put all of our extra appliances, because right now they're sort of stored in the basement. But anyway, because it ends up being more open. And then when we did the sink, it was really important for me. I've always wanted a big farmhouse sink. My dream was always to have a white ceramic, and that's what we were able to get with the apron cutout, along with a gold fixture. I always wanted a gold sink. Even before we renovated, we were considering swapping out our faucet because it was broken. And I always wanted to have a gold faucet, so this worked out. And then what I custom asked for also was, which was just an upgrade, was instead of just having doors that open, I asked for this to also be a rolling drawer, just because it's easier access to get our cleaning supplies and to access our compost. This wall here is also structural, but I didn't want it to just be like a white wall. Unfortunately, because it sort of cuts the island and we're unable to have people sit in front of it, it actually sort of works out, because like, who wants to sit in front of the sink anyway? And then I had also asked them to do matching wood paneling on this wall like they had done for the floating shelves, just to make it an accent wall. And I think it makes a statement within the kitchen. And then these light fixtures I ended up getting also from Wayfair. You should really check out Wayfair. These ones were, I think they're part of their open box inventory, and it ended up being 30 to 40% off, which was a great deal. So I think it ended up being only $60 per lamp, which is great. And what was great about the company that we chose was everything was included except for, of course, the appliances. Our faucet wasn't included and the floors were not included. But when you consider that in terms of the total budget, this faucet, I think it was like $250 from Amazon. The tiling actually was, I think, only $1,000 that we bought, because it isn't a very big space. And we also changed the tiles in the entryway just to match and have it flow. So having that being only above an over added expense is not that bad. This hardware was also included. Again, I really liked the gold look. I chose a soft gold as well, which goes well with the faucet and our light fixtures. And that's it for the kitchen tour. We were living in the house for about 5 years before finally deciding to renovate the kitchen. I wish we would have done it sooner, but I'm happy that we did do it in the end. It's great for resale value, and even if we decide to keep the townhouse to rent out, I think it's great even for renters. And then for the final tally, our budget in the end was $50,000 for a kitchen. We did interview, I think, 3 or 4 companies, and it did range from like $30K to $80K. And in the end, we chose mid-level, which is also what they say you should do. The reason that we chose the company that we went with was because we had a really good vibe with them. The relationship was really good. Just working with them was really great, and I do highly recommend them. So in the end, our kitchen ended up costing $42,000 Canadian, which is not bad because it is an investment in our house, and it's a place that we use the majority of the time, whether it's cooking or even eating. Ezra likes to stand here and eat his snacks sometimes. So it was a great investment. Sean, any regrets?
No, I guess the only regrets would be maybe just considering doing the large appliances at the same time, especially if we're planning to stay in the house. We have fairly standard kind of large appliances, and it would have been nice to take the extra little plunge for that.
It's fine. If we end up renting, then I think it's fine. I hope you enjoyed this kitchen reno reveal. Again, we're very happy that we did this. And the next thing that we're gonna tackle is hopefully the basement. Now get out of here.